So yeah, I'm really excited about you doing this because it's like, we're old friends and all these things we've wanted to do. We used to talk about all this stuff.
We used to talk about it. Remember when I used to close the cafe? We would get some wine down the street and we would sit and talk. And then we would bring it to the house and we would talk about all our life's plans for hours and hours.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember.
Yes, yes. And the beauty of it is we kind of went our own ways, growth happened, we came back together as friends and on this project that hopefully we can talk a little bit about. And it's like you're doing it, you're doing the stuff you've talked about, and I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud of the work that you're doing in Haiti. I'm really proud of your businesses and your projects. So let's just get into it. Let's get into it.
Sure,
Into it.
sure, sure,
Hi,
absolutely.
everyone. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I am Shirley with Holistic Transformations Massage, also known as Jali with Jali's Healing Touch. Here today, I am so excited. I'm here with one of my dear, dear, dear friends, Lolo Loren Silvera. Hi,
But
Lolo.
everybody knows me as Lolo. Hello, everybody. It's nice to be here, sure. Really, it is.
Yes.
Sure.
So, we've been old friends, and we're on this project together that I will talk about a little bit towards the end. But yeah, you're doing all these great, great projects. And so if you could just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, sure. So first, everyone, you have to know that I'm a promoter at heart, and I love my country. So when I talk about Haiti, my heart skips a beat, even though you will, always there's always some negative thing attached to Haiti. It's a magnificent country, sensual, beautiful, and its shores are amazing. Which brings me to what I do. Born and raised in this beautiful country, I am inspired by its culture, its art, and its beauty. So one of the things that I do is that I explore the shores of my country, and I I'm in the process of creating Lolo destinations, which would be a way of people being able to visit the different shores of my country. How we don't exactly have infrastructure set up all over the country, but we have small airports. There are some roads. There are ways to get by boat. You can get to a destination by road, and then beautiful little boats take you to this pristine beach. Where then I work with my partners called Haiti Roots, and then they have these amazing tents that would normally sleep four. You can stand right up on in them. So what we do is we set up a bedroom, sort of like it's called glamping. So safari style bedrooms, and we provide if you want a yoga retreat, we do that for you. If you want a cultural retreat, depending on what part of the country, the Citadel, where you can Cape Haitian, where you can visit the Citadel and the forts in the north, or in the south of the country in Jacmel, where you can it's the art mecca of the country, where you can meet the artists and poets and go to the waterfalls. So we with Haiti Roots set up this company where we can take groups of 15, 20 people and then make it, and then you can also eat our delicious food because we eat very well in this country. We have the influence of the French and the African influence as well. So our food is excellent. So any corner of the country that you go to, you're gonna see a fisherman on a shore, and he'll cook you the best fish or lobster you've ever had, and that's no joke. But we also have our chefs and all of that. So that's the travel part and of what I do. As you can see, I am passionate about food. So I've had 3 restaurants here. My concept was always fresh pasta because it's something that was lacking here in my country was pasta, and I merge the Haitian style cooking with the Italian way of cooking. My father was Italian Jewish, so I have a bit of that blood rushing through my veins. And so it's about inspired by Italian food, but infusing the Haitian dishes, sort of like, for instance, griot, which is pork. We have a very special way of cooking that, and we love, so we have the avocado, the pork dishes, and we have this very spicy cabbage. It looks like not sauerkraut, but coleslaw, but it's not. because it's got spice in there,
Yes.
scotch bonnet, right? And so I made a griot pizza, right? So I made a guacamole style with avocado. I put the grill on top of that, the grilled pork, but it's grilled, it's steamed, it's broiled first for the tenderness and flavors, and then I put it in the oven instead of frying it. And then I put tidbits of the pork on top of the guacamole, and then put the pickles and a little lemon. Girl, it's so good.
Yeah.
Don't get me started because I could go on and on
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Also, so after a little bit of political turmoil in this country, I had to close the restaurant. I stay connected to the food aspect of things, but I will do it through my destinations with Haiti Roots. We'll do pop-ups all over the island. With my staff, it's still connected to me. I found them jobs here and there so they can continue to work in, hotels that have stayed open and some restaurants that are reopening in the middle of COVID. But they're with me so we can take off anytime and go and, do these pop-ups and all over. So since I left Cape Haitian in the north and moved back to Port-au-Prince, and I was like, okay, what do I do next? How can I still be a part of my country, provide work for my people, and be connected to what's beautiful here? So my nephew has leather, amongst other businesses. He has a leather company, a leather accessories company that he needed help with because he's doing so many things. And I've always been attracted to leather. I love leather. And I've always had these ideas. Like I have friends who do leather. I'm like, let's do this wallet, let's do that. I would drive them nuts. And I'm like, just come and do it. So when my nephew said, I need help, I might close that part of the business. I was like, no, 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 wait. I just moved back to Port-au-Prince. Let me see how I can help. So I went down there and met his workers, his employees, and saw his already existing line. But I thought I can bring in a bit of a higher end, my design. So I'm helping him sell his already existing line. And I've designed some leather bags, backpacks, pouches. We're in the process of doing these iPhone little, a little band and for your iPhone. Ooh, it's so cool. I'm excited when I talk about it because we're using Haitian leather, cow hide, cow and goat, and the goat is softer. We actually have good quality leather here, and we're keeping it simple. And there's an American man who is treating the leather and staining them in the colors that you want. So indigo blue, browns, suede also, black and off-white. Sometimes we find olive green. It depends. But so we're doing that. And what else am I doing? I am also, I had gone back to the States in between closing the restaurant and coming back here, I was going to do the back and forth between the States and here until COVID. And I have a very, very dear friend of mine Haitian woman, who herself, like me, is a daredevil. And she decided to move back to the States. And her passion is essential oils and working with oils. So she had started a company here called Alchemista with essential oils, but closed that to move back to the States. And while being there, she started a new company. It's a CBD oil company. Actually, no, the company in Haiti, I'm sorry, it was called Haiti Natives. The CBD company is called Alchemista. And she partnered with American friends who already had the CBD farm, the hemp farm, and she brought in her expertise and her passion. And they have, as far as I'm concerned, one of the best CBD products known. You'll find the information. Shirley has the information about the website. It is excellent, excellent. And her salve, her gel caps. She's got products for sleep, for energy, for focus, for body pains. The drops, that for different ailments. She even has doggy chews for hyperactive dogs or dogs with arthritis that are incredible. I have, you'll be able to see on the website testimonials of people with Alzheimer's, people who'd had sleep disorders. I know people who have huge CBD companies. I have one friend who's got one of the top 5 CBD companies in America. And I think her product, I have tasted every one of his chews and gel caps. I think Alchemista is a better product because it has a little bit more concentration of THC and CBD than the other ones. But the THC you don't feel. In other words, you're not gonna get, shall I say, high from her product. No, it's about treating what it's supposed to treat. Therefore, if you're a masseuse or if you're someone who suffers from sleep disorder, or for me, the gel cap gives me focus and energy. Other people focus and it helps them sleep. So I guess it depends on your metabolism. But I decided to become one of her representatives. And I work on commission with her because I believe in her product. It's not really, I don't go around, it's not one of the things I do. I promote my country. I promote my shores, as you know, the food. But this, when I tasted her product, I was like, you know what, Caroline, I want to represent this product. So Alchemista is also one of the things that I do. And so to close, I know there's a lot, but also connected to the food aspect, I have to bring this up. I am starting a new company out of home because I'm not going to go back into the restaurant business now, right, everyone? I mean, that's one of the most difficult business, hospitality right now in the times of COVID is difficult. However, everybody in Haiti was like, Lolo, your pasta, Lolo, your pasta. We're dying.
Yeah.
So out of home, out of my house, I'm going to take 3 of my staff, my guys, and we're going to make the pasta. We're going to make a fettuccine, the Spanish fettuccine, and my homemade gnocchi. We're going to package it ourselves, and we're going to sell it to the grocery stores, some of the restaurants that are open. We're going to deliver it at home. We're going to have 2 sauces, some of that pasta, and I am right now practicing a gluten-free pasta with tapioca paste, with tapioca flour. To see, I mean, I'm practicing to see how it will come out. I want to perfect a gluten-free pasta. We have natural elements here that I can use,
Yeah.
and I am working on that. And then yes, and then let's not forget the bracelets. In the middle of all of that, I decided I have friends who make jewelry, so I had a collection of beads and necklaces. So I decided to just start out of a hobby. It started out of a hobby, and then people were like, "Whoa, where'd you get these bracelets?" Because I'd wear like 10 of them, and I started selling them. So my hobby turned into a little side business, and there's that too. So you guys, my Instagram is Lolo Silvera. My Facebook is Lorraine Silvera. You can see images of my work, my bags, my jewelry. And it's a pleasure to let you know all that I do.
I really love your entrepreneurship. You are in so many projects. However, all of them are related to Haiti and just showcasing the beauty of Haiti. So I want to talk about each one of those things. Our connection is really through other than the beauty of Haiti. When I, in 2006, told you that I wanted to go to Haiti, you organized this beautiful trip for me. And that was, then I can imagine now that you're there, you organized this beautiful trip and it was to Jacmel. And I got to experience just this beauty with you, this piece of my country and the art and the music. And you took me to these places and met, these people. I felt safe and secure the whole time. And so I am excited about Lolo's Destinations. I'm excited about that project because people need to see Haiti as she is. And not just like some people come and take. No, come and give, come and give to the economy, come and stay, come and really see. And you have so many connections that people can really have a beautiful, lovely and safe stay. So I really push that. I love the pictures that your pictures are awesome.
Thank
Like,
you. Well,
the pictures you've put all of all the little countries and the little spots you've gone in Haiti.
well, when the majority of people talk about Haiti and what goes on here, they're talking about Port-au-Prince. And one forgets the rest of this beautiful island. Port-au-Prince is a tiny dot. I remember I posted once the outline of the country and then a little red dot. I'm like, this is not Haiti, this is Port-au-Prince.
Yeah.
And then there's the rest of this amazing island where when you get to some of these destinations, you don't even think, is there turmoil here? Is there? Because you're in paradise. The people, there are fruit, vegetables, livestock, things are growing. People are not starving. The fishermen are, getting fish and lobster and so on and so forth. So there's a beautiful country out here. The waterfalls, the beaches, and the villages there, because one of the things that makes me in love with my country is my people. Haitian people they're regal. They are so proud of their land and where they're from. Again, this is not Port-au-Prince. I'm talking about arriving on any shore of this country and sitting down with an elder and having a conversation. It is something. I have so much to learn from, and then I ask them questions about, who they are and where they're from, and they light up, and then I meet the whole family, and I end up sitting and having a meal with them that night, and this is the magic and the beauty of this country. It's a big part of that. So
Well, we talk about healing and creating healing spaces in this on this platform, and how healing is that to be able to go and connect with the elders of this land that you're from, and like talk to me about the history, talk to me about your past, tell me your story. That is beautiful healing for them and for you. So I love that you wanting to share that experience with others, and I cannot wait. Once this whole thing is done, I'm taking my family and we're coming
you must,
down.
you
We
must. I
are.
add
No, we
with
are.
the methods. I want to add with the healing method. So I met these elder women. You really dames qui fait, they do the bain-feuille, these baths with all the
Mm.
healing leaves. So whatever your illness and ailments, they like, we're going to call the lady, and then these elder women, I say elder because you see that they have age and history, and they're strong. Their hands are, and then so they do these baths and they put all these leaves and vegetables. Like, I don't know what, it depends on what if you have a fever or a body aches or whatever. And they massage you in the water. You get massaged and pulled. It is amazing. So there are certain traditional healing methods here that I'm incorporating in some of my destination experiences. If people want to experience that, there'll be a bath, and the dame feuille comes, and these are very powerful healing methods that actually have been said to be a part of one of the reasons why we're not all dying of COVID here, because there have been natural ways of healing here in this country that are
Absolutely.
saving lives.
Well, Young Living, we deal with essential oils. I love the essential oils. I talk about the powerful benefits that they have. However, they're little bottles. I don't know if you can see them back there.
Yeah.
And when you're traveling, like I want to go to Haiti, I want to bring some of my bottles with me just in case I need peppermint for whatever. I need my lavender. And, I have this little pouch here, but I really like your pouches. I really like what you have to show. So in the description box, we'll have a link of where you can see all the pictures, and I'll also include some images in our video of your beautiful, beautiful pouches. So talk to us a little bit about that. And when you're investing in an entrepreneur who looks like us, yeah, when you're investing in a country like Haiti, and you're investing in businesses like Haiti, what is that for the economy? What is that for the people? What is that even for us globally? Just, I don't know, that's too much, but if you can speak on
Um,
that.
well, I can speak on first the second part of your question. What does that look like when you're investing in this country? My personal investment, I realized through what I've done so far here in the country, how thirsty our people are for opportunity. One of the things lacking here is just opportunity,
Yeah,
work for most Haitians. Given the opportunity, it is mind blowing how much return, how it is received. So when I opened my restaurant in Cape Haitian, I had come from Port-au-Prince, another city, the bigger city, where I had done my first restaurant, and I was bringing my staff, some of my staff with me, my cook and my sous chef, but I needed waiters, I needed more staff, and I was a little weary about that. And I started to meet, but I would go to other restaurants and the waiters and talk to them and be like, if you have a brother, the ones that seem good, if you have a brother or a friend, give him my number, I'm going to open a restaurant. But then I started renovating my space. So there were guys that were working in you know, putting up bricks or whatever, building the kitchen. And one of these guys I remember tells me, I want to work here. I'm like, well, what do you do? He's like, well, I don't know. I just know I want to work here. I'm like, but do you have And he skills, have you ever worked in a restaurant before? And he looked at me, he's like, I haven't, but I know I can do this. I'm smart. So I looked at his face and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make him a busboy and let's see. I'm gonna teach him how to, and then let's see how he develops from there. At first, he was a busboy, so he was cleaning ashtrays, picking up, serving water, picking up the dishes on the table, making sure, this kid was so good
Yeah.
and so bright. He
Yeah.
became my bartender because he became my bartender, and he was, well, at first he became one of my waiters, and then he told me he could mix drinks, and he had an app on his phone, and he was learning how to mix drinks, and the boy was like an excellent bartender, so he kept getting
Good.
promoted and
Yeah.
promoted. And Rudy today is in Cape Haitian. I'm in Port-au-Prince, but I know that if I ever open a restaurant again, and he's family to me.
Yeah.
So it all this story to tell you that what it looks, it providing work, providing jobs is an important factor of being a part of investing in this country. Investing in Haitian businesses, small Haitian businesses or bigger, is providing work. So it is helping the economy in that way. Every employee in my restaurant is going home and feeding 6, 7, 8 people. That salary is helping an entire family. This I know. So when you employ people here in this country, this is where the money goes. So it is helping the economy and having nothing to do with the government or getting involved in any of that. It's about helping the people. The more people we can feed, the more people, Haitians are hard workers at heart. So that's what that does. So that is a big part of my inspiration in everything I do. I'll start with a small staff in my pasta business, but I know that it will grow and that will help the economy because it will, the salary, if I end up having 10 employees, that's feeding 60 people, 60, 70 people. With the pouches, the leather pouches, right now we have 3 guys. And I know buying the Haitian leather is already helping because the people working, getting the leather, treating the leather, staining the leather, when we buy, that's helping that. Everybody's Haitian in the factory. It's in Carrefour. And if you know anything about Carrefour, down by, it's the 300,000 people live in one of the biggest slums in this country. However, that is where the leather treating plant is based, because not far from there is where cows and goats are being the slaughterhouses, so that the skins are being collected. So it's providing, it's domino effect. It's helping the economy in that way. And then we buy that leather, we make the pouches, and yeah, my pouches are, I can custom pouches for whatever, you and I, we're gonna talk about doing little custom pouches for your oils. My pouches are great because you can put all of your, you are going on a weekend, you can put all of your little essential oils, all that in there and travel. They're easy to travel with, or your toiletries. For men, I have also pouches with a thicker cowhide that can take your shaving accessories. So I have different sizes of them. And I'm always open to talk about custom work with people like you, Cheryl. I wouldn't go to every customer and say, I'll make you whatever you like. No, that would drive anyone nuts, right? But different companies that would need custom pouches, yes, I would be open to talk to, doing on a bigger scale. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I'm excited about your bracelets. When I saw those, I was like, yes, right on. Beautiful work. Talk about the beads. What kind of beads do you use to make your bracelets?
Okay, so when
Stones.
I started the bracelets, they were not Haitian beads because I had been living in the States and was collecting beads from, I had very good friends who were making jewelry always around me, and I was buying bracelets from them, and long time friends for many years, like Donna, who you know, Donna Hughes. But I was collecting necklaces because I knew the guys, the African dudes they were buying from. So I started having my own bead collection. And Donna would come to Haiti with her jewelry, and we would do trunk shows. We move around a little bit and sell her amazing beads. So when I came back here, I started as a hobby, as I was telling you guys, making bracelets from my mostly African beads, African brass and copper. And I have sent you some pictures actually of them. And so most of my beads are purchased from a Nigerian gentleman who was selling, wholesale to us. And then I found a wholesale spot in Miami, and I had all of these necklaces that I'd not then dismantled. But once here, of course, the idea was, how do I find a way to maybe still have some of the brass and copper beads from Africa, but find local beads? So I had started collecting coffee. There's these coffee beads, coffee beans that I am working with. And there's another bead. I would have to show you guys a necklace because I don't know how to call it in English, but it's awesome. It's super beautiful grain. And then there's also a red bead. So I am in the process of searching for the Haitian grains to use in my jewelry. And the only problem that I have right now is that the little hole to pass the string through is too small for my string. You see what I mean? Because they're making necklaces. I want to make bracelets. So anyway, this is technicalities. But I am going to use Haitian products. But right now my bracelets are turquoise. I'm using turquoise, and I want to incorporate always semi-precious stones, amethyst, rose quartz, clear quartz, and then mix Haitian beads with them.
Wow, that's really powerful, particularly the turquoise, and I've seen your turquoise pieces.
Yeah.
I'm going to link in the description box our video where I talk about with Alicia. Alicia, we talk about the power of these crystals that Lolo's talking about. So, wearing a bracelet, a beautiful bracelet with these powerful crystals and stones, beautiful, and you are, contributing to the economy that could use the support. So that's beautiful. I cannot wait to see some of your work. Also, it's really easy to order. Lolo, talk about how they can order from your pouches or your crystals or even the pasta. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, sure. So you guys, I'm using Instagram and Facebook right now. Why? Because since being a promoter in the late 90s in Miami to having had my restaurants and so on and so forth, I built the following. So yeah, eventually I will do my own website, right? And because it's costly to do a website. And I realized that the outlet of Instagram, once there are classes online that can teach you how to use Instagram to promote your products. And I have friends who have actually put aside their websites and in the garment industry and so on and so forth, and who are using the outlet of Instagram. So what I use and how I promote myself and how you can contact me is that way. You can go on my Instagram, you find the information, Lolo Silvera, and you can private message me. I showcase and promote my jewelry, my bags, and soon to come, my pasta. I have Lolo Pasta, Lolo Restaurant, Cape Haitian. I still kept it. I just put closed temporarily, closed for now. Cape Haitian. So I will change that name and do Lolo. And there you'll find my pasta. You'll find, I will do that for the pasta instead of a restaurant. It'll just be, I'll showcase the pasta, but it'll always be Instagram. Instagram is Facebook. Facebook bought Instagram. So whatever is on, I promote on Instagram. I love promoting through visuals. I find it amazing. A few words, hashtags, visuals. So you will see my product. You will see my fettuccinis. You'll see my spinach fettuccine. You'll see it so well, you'll almost taste it, because that's the experience. A culinary experience is presentation as well. So if you won't be able to sit in my restaurant and experience my music and me, you will see it through the visuals. I want to be able to show you almost what it would have been like to sit in my restaurant through the visuals, through the outlet of Instagram. And then you'll get to taste my product. Yeah. So Instagram, yeah. You'll be able to know my pasta, my prices, and then you can just direct DM me on the side. Every day I'm always checking my messages, and that's how I keep track of my orders. Already with my bags and my jewelry, We're shipping internationally. We're shipping abroad. DHL never closed here. I have an account, and then I can ship you whatever you need and whatever you like.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful, beautiful. I love that. So we'll have all that information in the description box below.
yeah,
Okay, that brings me to this. I want to close with this. You and I are part of this sacred economy, this mandala movement where women, mainly women, some men are involved, mainly women come together, entrepreneurs, healers, artists, educators, come together and support each other's projects monetarily and support emotionally too. And it's a great network. So can you just talk about that experience? We've been, or were you invited? Well, I was invited through a person you invited, and
yes,
our mutual friend, and it has been an amazing network and an amazing experience. If you can briefly just talk about that experience for me.
absolutely. The mandala movement is amazing. Um, as most people, at first, I heard mandala. They started talking about, the circular economy, and I was like, ooh, money scheme. Not at all. Why? Because I will never forget the first call where I was invited by a trusted friend, someone I trusted, and the call, these Zoom calls that we do, and we sit and we share. When I saw some of the people I knew in there and understood the concept, it's been life changing ever since I've been in this mandala movement. I have met powerful, strong women who, like you and I, are entrepreneurs, are some single mothers or not, but are daring and going out there and taking a chance, and found this support found this support system where we don't have to go, that you don't necessarily have to go borrow from a bank and owe interest rate, and have to pay back with interest, or find yourself tied down by some type of debt, build up debt. There is no debt in build up in the mandala movement. We are in it to support each other. As this started, it wasn't even about money. It was about being an African tribe mother with a child not able to go to work and sell her whatever she makes a living doing. So women would come together and each provide some type of support for this woman in this circular support system. And then it turned into, how about we use money to help support each other, which is what we do. So the mandala movement has taught me that I can be a part of supporting someone's goal, someone's dream, and they can be a part of supporting mine. Once I put money out of my pocket once, the rest of it is circular. And it, again, I say circular economy because today, in the world that we are living in, it's going to become something that we're going to hear more and more on people's lips. People are going to learn in the world that these types of communities that are already existed will be helping them a lot more than any structure that is trying to trap them into creating debt. Thank God for the Mandala show.
Right.
We,
And then, because of the mandala, it's just creating these healing spaces. And because of COVID, we've learned to create these virtual healing spaces.
yes,
So
exactly.
yes, again, another way to heal whatever you're dealing with, economically with your funds and growing your business or reaching your goals. There's another space here created, for that. So thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And the Zoom calls that we do, it's not just about, the supporting each other's goals by the money that we receive. It's about the conversations we have. It's about meeting like-minded women around the world. And we support each other. If I need help, maybe writing a business plan, or if I need, where I'm like, hey, I can help you here. So we're networking as we're having these calls, and it's healing. Yes, it's healing because, well, not only because there are amazing healers in the movement, but also because you're sharing. It's therapeutic. God knows we need that right now, and it's virtual.
Yeah.
It's the comfort of my own home and have these amazing like-minded souls share and receive from. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So thank you so much, because your work is like showcasing Haiti's beauty. And it's doing that in every aspect. It's doing that in every aspect, in the food, in your restaurants. Okap is where my people are from. Cape Haitian, that's where my mom and on, that's where my dad's from. So I have a real deep connection to that. And so you feeding that economy is that's so touching. That's beautiful. Everything we do, everything we're doing is really, and especially as Haitian people, is really thinking about, and not just thinking, but actions towards contributing towards Haiti. So I love this mandala movement. I love the businesses that you're in, the destination business, all of it. It may sound like it's a lot, but it really focuses on one, which is showcasing the beauty of Haiti.
Yes,
So
that's
thank
right.
you.
That's my main inspiration.
Yeah.
My country, amidst the madness, there is such beauty here. One thing that I didn't mention is these Haitian diaspora gentlemen that I recently met that were introduced to me by someone who is a glue, who is a connector, and they it's a beautiful story that I won't get into, but they have been since college wanting to come back and invest. And they've been saving money, created a fund to come back and invest in their country, and they're ready now, and they're in their late 30s, and they're doing navette 1804. They're going to do a clairin, high-end clairin, and they want to do the best rum in the world. They're not intimidated. They're not pretentious, but they are goal-oriented. And they're starting. And it will be, because two of them are from limbic in the outside of Cap-Haïtien. So they have the land. They've already started planting their sugarcane. They will be doing their distillery, restaurant, historical space to talk about the history of culinary in Haiti in Cap-Haïtien. And I'm partnering with them. I'm waiting for their proposal to me. And that's what it will be in Cap-Haïtien. So I'll keep you posted on that, which is a beautiful project.
That is exciting. That is exciting. And that's the thing, in a space where there's a lot of upheaval, a lot of change, a lot of radical movement, it is time for us to go back to our roots, go back home, go back to nature, go back to building our own businesses, and we're doing it. I'm really proud that, you have been a great leader in that sense. So thank you so much. Thank you. If you are interested in learning more about the leather business or the leather pouches, I love that book bag, because we have these awesome diffusers that we have in the living. So if you need to travel, or if you need to carry your diffusers, we have these awesome backpacks and Lolo's beautiful company. Please comment leather or pouches. If you are interested in learning more about the bracelets, please comment. I am interested in learning more about the bracelets, and we will respond right away. Thank you, Lolo, so much for joining us. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye.